This very morning, this program was not announced, but I would recommend, because very shortly our lines will open after our prayers. Please, I want you to inform people who hitherto were not aware of this very program this morning. You must inform them. You must bring it to their awareness that we are live and we are direct, and very shortly the numbers will be given out. We are going to pray for those who are protesting this morning. We are going to pray for IPOB family all over the world. We are going to pray for those who are bravely braving the brutality of the security forces in Nigeria. We are going to ask for God's protection and guidance upon their lives. My name is NNAMDI. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. I welcome all of you this very morning. We are live on my Facebook page. We are live also on IPOB Community Radio. On these two places, I don't know if we are live on YouTube or not. On these two places, you should be able to listen to us this morning. And when our lines open, I would like to hear, or all of us would like to hear from those who are at the protest grounds. We want to hear from them. We want their views and their opinions, what they're encountering, what they're experiencing, that we may relay same to the whole world who are listening, because people listen to what we say here, and people know that when they listen to us, anything they hear is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now let us pray, please. Oh, Heavenly Father, God Almighty in heaven, we remember this very day the lives of our young people who are out on the streets, risking it and placing it on the line in defense of justice and in defense of freedom. Oh, Heavenly Father, may you guide their outrage. May you also plant confusion in the midst of the enemies, all those wishing to bring harm to these innocent youths who are doing what is necessary to bring about a desired change in the society. We pray for your guidance upon their lives. We pray, O Heavenly Father, that you give them the sense of courage, understanding to conduct themselves in a manner that will portray the essence and importance of this very mission that they have embarked upon. Do not allow them to drift away from the purpose of this very mission. Always guide them with your love and your care, because we know that we have no other person apart from thee. The enemies are gathering. They are meeting in secret places, planning to do harm to your children. Come and protect them and give your angels charge over them, that this very day may bring more success for this very movement, that this very day may awaken the consciousness of humanity to regard what is happening in Africa as worthy of discussion and worthy of being brought to an amicable resolution. This very morning, afternoon or night, depending on where your children are all around the world, we hand them over to thee, this very family of IPOB that you tasked with bringing enlightenment to your people. That has been accomplished, and unto you and you alone belongs all the glory. We thank thee for what you have done in our lives and will continue to do in our lives. We praise your holy name. We adore thee, we honor thee. Let your name be praised, honored, and exalted now and forevermore, we pray. He say, we are live and direct this very morning, and I would like to take calls from people who are either attending the protest or have attended the protest yesterday. Very, very important, please, that we hear from them, and any other person that has something to say this morning or help to provide to those who are out on the streets protesting. But by way of introduction this morning, a lot of things are happening. I understand that somewhere in Bauchi that people are actually protesting a local government election. We didn't vote, but results was announced, says residents of Kerefi local government area in Bauchi State. That is what people are protesting against. These are the things that are happening. And also this morning, I understand that Anambra State government have moved very, very speedily to set in motion the things that Governor Obiano promised a few days ago. He has been to SARS detention center in Okozo. So I am reading, so I am told, I'm not too sure. I need to verify it myself. How detainees were released, and he has agreed to inaugurate a panel on Monday, which is a welcome news. Everybody with petition is free to appear at that very panel, and you must also understand that SARS was instrumental in the killing of our family members in Mpo in 2016. We mustn't forget that. So he has done what he said he's going to do, and we also encourage other governors to do the same. If what I am reading is right, he has honored what he said he's going to do. But we want the autopsy report published by the panel instituted by Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra State. We have been asking for that autopsy report to be made available. Up until now, it hasn't been done. We want the findings of that autopsy to be made public alongside this very laudable move by Anambra State governor, if what I am reading is correct, and I have no reason to believe that it isn't. We are live this very morning, and please get your pen and your paper ready. Those of you who are following, those of you who are awake this very morning, afternoon or night, depending on where you are, all of you, please do pay attention. We are going to provide a line this morning for people to call to air their views. And please, when you do call, endeavor to restrict your contributions to only about 2 minutes. The number to call is +44 79 51 27 8705. It is a WhatsApp line. I repeat, +44 79 51 27 8705. That is the number to call. Especially, we want to hear from those who are either at the protest grounds or making their way to the protest grounds. We are also this very morning on Skype. As usual, it is IPOB2020@outlook.com, IPOB2020@outlook.com. That is how to get us this very morning. We have our first caller, very first caller. I wish the calls can be as amazing as yesterday's. The caller on the line, please give us your name and where you are, please.
Good morning. My name is I'm from Obiziamakama, Olokoro, Omoya. I'm calling from England.
From England, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
very happy with what you are doing, with the platform that you are giving us, and I am very, very happy with this protest. I've been following you right from the time I was doing my master. I'm a lawyer, I'm a commercial lawyer. I was doing my master's in Ibadan in 2015, and I'm in England now doing another course because I finished my studies. I couldn't, with good result, but I couldn't get any job because of the nepotistic agenda with the Fulani Janjaweed in the zoo. In fact, I did internship in NNPC, and at the point, one of my oga that is from the other side, kind of, we were talking, and he kind of indirectly mentioned to me that if I am to join them in going to where Isinala, that they are going to,
if you follow them to the mosque, if you follow them to them, if you convert to Islam, that's what you mean. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Yeah. So that was why I stayed in Abuja. I couldn't make any headway until somehow I moved over. I got a scholarship to come to England to do another course, and we are still struggling. So because of the nepotism, because of the federal character and all the nonsense that they are doing in the damnable Nigeria, that is why we Biafrans we can't even achieve anything. So I'm very, very happy with the protest. I've been following it online. I've been tweeting MSAS and Nigeria. I've been doing everything, and I'm very, very happy. And I think I'm very, very glad to speak with you this morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That is why people are protesting the nepotism and the iniquity in the zoo. You were asked to convert to Islam, or else there will be no promotion for you, and that is why you are in the UK. And that is why people are out on the streets protesting, and we must support them. I want to see if I can speak to people on the ground back home. I have a caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you are.
Yes, am I on the line?
The world is listening. You're not just on the line. The whole world is listening to your voice. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, my able leader. This morning, I don't want to go into praising you. The whole world is praising you. God Almighty is with you for all you have been doing. My name is Uzoma Mbamunuku. I am calling from Abalege in BIAFRA. This morning, I want to appreciate all those that are on the street.
Mbama, please, can you take off your device from speaker? Talk to me direct as if you're on a call. That would be better. That gives us a better quality audio because we cannot hear what you're saying very well. Please go ahead.
It's not on the speaker, rather it could be a network.
Okay, please go ahead.
It could be a network.
Yes.
So what I want to say this morning is that I want to say it very clearly for the whole world to know. Right now, everybody is clamoring for injustice in Nigeria, yet more and more are happening, especially in Enugu State. Right now, all the Christians in Enugu State who happen to be policemen and women are deprived of going to church. How is it happening? Right now, the State Commissioner of Police introduced a new system where the post is running from Wednesday to Wednesday. There is what is called relief duty, whereby on Sundays, people are being relieved to go to church and serve their God. But right now, they have changed the system, which sometimes 2 years ago, something like that happened in Enugu, in Abakaliki as well. But people consistently go against it, and that system was changed. But right now, the same system has been introduced in Enugu. If you watch, as far as Nigerian police is concerned, every blessed Friday, all the Muslims, irrespective of their duty, all of them suspend duty and attend to their own service. Nobody stops them from going. But with this system, the whole Christians in Nigerian police that are being denied of going for their own service, church services. I am saying this morning so that the whole world may know that this country, they have no genuine intention for their masses. Even those who are serving, laying their lives, people are dying every blessed day, yet the government feel unconcerned. Thank you very much, my leader. May the able hand of God continue to bless you. Thank you, thank you. I thank those who are on the street. All of you must not relent any effort. Your efforts are being noted. The whole world are watching. They are monitoring what is happening. Thank you very much. May God Almighty bless everyone on the street. Bless everyone on IPOB communities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my dear brother, and well spoken. So, Muslims have relief duties on Friday, but even in Enugu, the Christians are not allowed to have any relief duty at all. Very, very sad indeed. And please, no video calls, I beg of you. No video calls, I beg of you. It has to be audio. It must be audio. It has to be audio, please. No video calls, I beg of you. Let me go to Skype to take this very call. The caller on Skype, can you hear me, please? Your name and where you're calling us from? They are not paying. They are not paying attention. Very, very sad indeed. They are not paying attention, which is sad. I have a caller on the line. This caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Your name and where you are, please.
I can hear properly, my leader. My name is Mbakanono. I'm calling from South Africa.
From South Africa, please go ahead. We are listening. Please go ahead. We are listening from South Africa. Go ahead. We're listening.
Yeah, my leader. First of all, I want to commend you. I want to commend you for the good work you are doing. And I want to state categorically that you are the greatest motivator of our lifetime. I have not seen somebody like you. That notwithstanding. Yeah, this is what we've been looking for. Now people have to believe you. Those sycophants, those who have been thinking that you are not saying the right thing, they have to believe you. And this is divine. I believe it's divine. God is behind you. God is behind IPOB. And I want to congratulate you once more. I say these people that are protesting should not give up. This is the ample opportunity they have to resist every atrocities, every maltreatment the federal government is giving the youths. They should not relent. They should remain resolute. They should not give up. Like you promised and like you advised that they should continue for the next 3 weeks. They should continue, no matter the intimidation, no matter what the federal government is trying to do, should not give up. It's quite unfortunate that most of us are in diaspora. We are not in Nigeria to be part of this epic protest. I thank you, my leader. Thank you. Thank
you very much. But very soon, the diaspora will come out to lend solidarity to what people are doing on the ground. I have another caller on the line. Please, your name and where you are. This is a live presentation. The time now is 27 minutes past 7 a.m. in the land of Biafra. Please go ahead. Thank you. Please give us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes.
No, your line is cracking up, please. It's cracking up. The caller on the line, or should I say callers on the line, please, your name and where you're calling from, if you may.
Morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Peter Achuku. I'm from Lanka, calling from UK.
From the United Kingdom. Thank you very much. We're from Lanka. Please go ahead.
I must commend you for the good work you are doing for us. But another, Father, I don't know what to say, but I just say, may you continue to bless you exceedingly every day.
Yes, sir.
And protect your family, that you left behind, not minding the situation and fighting for us, the Biafrans. May Almighty God continue to bless you and protect them for you.
Yes, sir.
I must commend our young brothers, young sisters in Nigerian street protest for the betterment of all the Nigerians. For now, I pray that may God protect and preserve every one of them over there.
Yes, sir.
Only I want to say something concerning all the saboteurs that are saboteuring the protection of the protests in the whole of Nigeria. is he not aware that those people on the street, we give them warning not to disturb their protest?
We have warned them, and those on the ground organizing and managing these very protests, as I told you before, these are all graduates. Most of them are doctorate degree holders. They are very, very inventive. They are very, very smart. They are very intelligent, and things are being done to ward off the thugs and those coming to disrupt what innocent law-abiding people are doing. And yesterday it worked. The incidents of attacks yesterday from hoodlums and thugs were reduced. We are trying to see what we can do to ensure that protesters in Benin City also have the same protection. But I can tell you that those in Lagos have very, very cleverly devised a means to ward off these attackers, and it worked very well yesterday. We are seeking to extend that to Benin City and to all other places where the lives of protesters are at stake. So I can assure you that something is being done. The situation is very fluid. Things are happening at a very fast pace, and the only luck that we've had so far is that every attempt to hijack these very protests have been resisted. The people on the ground are very clever. They know what they are doing, and we must not only salute their courage but also acknowledge their intellect as well. Thank you very much. Things are happening on the ground, and people are doing the needful. They are doing the needful. I have another caller on the line. Give us your name and where you are. The caller on the line, your name and where you are, please. It is reconnecting. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear.
Please hurry up. The world is waiting. They are listening. Please hurry up. Your name and where you are, please, and tell us what you want to tell us this morning.
Sir, my name is Obi Afam Efula. I'm Ambala, Biafra land.
Thank you very much.
From Lagos.
From where?
From Lagos.
From Lagos. What is happening in Lagos this morning? Tell us what is going on in Lagos this morning from what you can see.
Lagos, we've been protesting. Yesterday, we are the people that started the protest. In August, we have a good number of Biafrans.
Of course. Of course.
The protest around 10 a.m. And we had that turnout of people. In fact, it was fantastic.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, by 12 noon, we are prevailing again. We are not relenting.
Very good. So you are one of the protesters, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And what is the thinking? What is the mood on the ground? Is it that people are what are people saying? I'm sure the news will filter out today. I wish we can talk later on this evening. What is the mood of the people, given that they said they're going to roll out the army and the tanks? What is the mood of the people? Are they going to give in? Are they going to run away? Or are they going to stand their ground? What is the thinking of the people who are protesting?
The whole people, everybody is going to relent. In fact, the way we did it is that we have, while the protest was going on, we had speakers. We conducted in a way that we had speakers who can speak Igbo. We gave audience to people who can address the crowd too in Yoruba, and people who can address the crowd in Hausa language. So everybody turned out, both Yoruba, Igbo, everybody.
Amazing. Everybody was represented. Yes, very good.
Some people, some commuters, some people that are in the vehicle, they were waiting because they blocked the road. So even those that are waiting inside their cars, they were tumbling up. They said they like what we are doing, that we should continue.
Very good. How about the feeding so far? How about the help? Are people coming out to help as we have been calling for and asking them to? How about not refreshment, I will call it sustenance? How about the sustenance of the protesters? Are people responding? Is food coming? Is drinking water coming? Of course, I read somewhere When I say to people that you guys on the ground are very, very smart and intelligent, they didn't believe me. I read somewhere that somebody brought food. He's an MC somebody, and his food was rejected. They asked him to take his food and his drinks and go. So that is how savvy and how smart people on the ground are. And we commend each and every one of you. So I want to ask you, how is the feeding and the watering, so to speak? How is it going? Are people responding? Are people coming out to show solidarity by providing support, at least in terms of sustenance, for those who are protesting?
Yes, yes. All that, we have a lot of relations, and even we created a platform on Facebook, on Twitter, and on YouTube. So many people joined, and people started donating, and what they donate, they paste it in the Twitter. If somebody donates like 10,000, in fact, we even have somebody that told us if we're able to stay there till 6 p.m., that he's going to give us 1 million so that to buy things that people need. So we shared food, we bought a lot of drinks, water, everything. So people really comply.
Very good. Very, very good. Thank you very much for this update. I appreciate it. I wish you can come on at night to also give us an update as to what transpired today, because this very program we are doing now, we're also going to repeat in the evening. I'll be live again this evening. Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you very, very much. We are everywhere. And I understand that yesterday some armed hoodlums with pistols on their waist came out. And I will ask some people to contact the governor of Enugu State to ask him exactly what is going on. Did this thing actually happen in our land or not? And who are those people? They must be found, and found very, very quickly, so that they can be taught a lesson. I have another caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me? Give me your name and where you're calling from. The world is listening. No, they are trying to reconnect. The caller on the line, can you hear me on WhatsApp? Can you hear me?
Hello, good morning, Mazi. My name is Peter Opodelichukwu. I'm calling you from Padova in Italy.
From Padova in Italy, please go ahead. We are listening. Go ahead.
First of all, I want to thank you for the work you are doing for the good people of Biafra,
we thank you,
the entire youth of Nigeria, and the courage you are giving them to stand their feet to defeat the armies of iniquity who are the zoo police and army. First of all, I want to commend them for having the courage to come out to the streets to protest, because nobody believed that such thing would ever happen. Nobody. I'm surprised. I'm encouraging them. Let them keep it up. And I also am extending this to our people back in Biafra land. Those who are doing buying and selling on the market are everywhere. This is the time. You say that you don't have international airports, nothing, you can only travel to Lagos, but in the north, they have more than 10 international airports.
That is true.
This is the time to come out to the streets and voice out what you want. Our people, you need seaports. There is no seaport. In the north, there is dry port. When your boat comes out from overseas, and they will take it to the north, and you will travel all the way to the north to take it. This is a time to come out to voice it out. This is once in a lifetime opportunity. If you miss it now, and when this protest is over and you talk about it tomorrow, you are just making a noise. That is just a noise making. This is the time. One seaport is closed. Iguacha seaport is closed. Onitsha, there is no seaport. Refineries are all shut down. This is the time to come out to voice it out. If you miss this opportunity, it is no more. You are complaining that as you are coming down from Lagos, where you go to take your good, you will meet about 1,000 police checkpoints in the road, and they will extort money from you. In the end, you will be crying. This is the time to stop it. This is the time you will demand for a seaport in every part of Biafra land. In the north, they are landlocked. There is no sea in the north, but they built what are they calling it? Dry port in Kaduna.
to import arms. They built the dry port to import arms from Arabian countries. That's what they have done. Because once the container lands in Lagos, they don't check it. They freight it by rail immediately to Kaduna, and from there it is one alamajiri to the other. They don't even pay custom duties. They don't pay the taxes. The level of iniquity in that place is unbelievable. Unbelievable. I wish that people can come to their senses and do everything they can. And let me also support what you've just said about traders. We are not asking people, the time to close their shops hasn't come yet. It hasn't come. It will come around the 3rd or the beginning of the 4th week. That is how revolutions are done. Now, what needs to happen is that those of them that are opening their shops in Obete, in Ochanja, in Ariaria, you must provide some help, some succor for those who are out protesting. They are doing it for your future. And as you quite rightly said, my dear brother, after this protest, anybody coming out again to complain about, oh, no seaport, no electricity, no road, God, thunder will fire that very person. Now is your time to make your voice heard. Now is the time for you to go out to say that things are not working the way they should. Support those who are protesting now. Put in the list of your demands to the government now, not tomorrow. Not when you say, oh, stop, and they stop. You start complaining, oh, there is no NEPA, there is no road, that I can't bring in my goods. Police checkpoint, they have stopped me, they have seized my phone, all that rubbish. Now is the time for everybody to go out to participate. If you cannot participate, provide support for those who are out on the streets. And that is what we are doing ourselves. Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you very, very much. People are calling us from everywhere. Our lines are inundated. I have a caller on the line. This caller, give us your name and where you are if you can. Your line is not stable. I am going to another caller from +44, I presume to be the UK. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, MAZI, NNAMDI, the leader. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
My name is Ben Udewe. I'm ringing from Warrington.
From Warrington? Oh, yeah, Warrington. Okay, in the UK, yes.
Yeah,
yes, go ahead.
Yeah, so, I just want to make a comment as to the hypocrisy of the Western media. If this thing was happening in Hong Kong, in Sudan, or in Libya, there will be a regular update in the media, in all the Western first line medias. But I was complaining that I have not actually heard it regularly updated in any of the media. That tells of something significant.
Because Britain has taken over. As I told people, they rule. Britain will take over, and they took over yesterday. Listen to me very, very carefully. When if you are an abusive father or an abusive husband, now listen carefully, you are in the UK, and every day you are either beating your wife or your children, but when you want to beat them, you take them to the basement. You know what is basement in the UK, people? There is a place called basement. If they are killing you there, nobody will know. If you take your wife or your child to the basement and you're beating that very child and your neighbors cannot hear, do you think that child or that woman will get any help or rescuers coming to free her? Do you think that is possible? If nobody can hear her crying?
No, it's not possible.
Now, this is the strategy. This is the grand strategy of Britain that people do not know. Fulani people, their budget to keep Nigeria one is over $30 billion. Now, tell me, let me ask you again, you are in the UK. Do they take bribe at all or not? Do white people take bribe at all?
They don't openly, though.
They don't openly, but they take behind the scene. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you a question. I want you to name all the big, not all, name the few heavyweight media houses around the world. Just name a few of them, please. Name a few of them.
Sky News,
yes.
CNN,
yes.
Al Jazeera, you know, these are the common ones. BBC.
Thank you. Now, listen very carefully to what you don't know. Al Jazeera is Islamic owned, and they are there to protect Islamic interests. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Yeah, it is.
So they will not report it. CNN, do you know that CNN is owned by Arabians, Islamists? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I do. I am, yeah.
Are you are also aware that the biggest investor in Rupert Murdoch's media empire, which includes Fox News, is also from Qatar? Are you aware of that? The biggest investor, the biggest investor is from Qatar. Are you aware of that? Into Sky News.
Well, I didn't know this.
And I'm telling you, these are the people that give money to Rupert Murdoch. They determine what happens. Britain has taken over. What they will do, first of all, their strategy is to cut off international media from reporting it. Once you get the media, you can now deal with the people, because they are very sensible. They know that some of us are very, very foolish. You know, when people come out and say, oh, I have not seen Biafra on CNN, I've not seen it on Sky News, I've not seen it on BBC, until I see it, they forget that these are satanic Islamist platforms that will never report anything about Biafra. They don't, because the white man understands that until you hear them talk about you, you cannot even take yourself seriously. That is the reason why they will never ever report it. Do you understand it? That is their game, that is their trick, that is the way they operate. Now what we need to do is this. If people cannot quote you that you're somewhere, you quote yourself that you're somewhere. We are going to compel them and force them to talk about what is happening, and they will, believe you me, they will. Because, now let me ask you, are you telling me that if the Fulani Janjaweed release 1 billion of the 30 billion they have to Britain and say to MI5 and MI6, please take this money and give it to Rupert Murdoch, don't report the protest, do you think that he will take it or not? $1 billion.
They will.
I'm coming. If Fulani were to bring out another 1 billion, making it now 2 billion to give to CNN to say don't report this, do you think they will take it or not? That's what's going on now. Africa must understand what is happening to them. What we need to do, I'm not going to mention the strategy here, but you're going to hear it in about before Saturday. You will hear what will happen all across Africa. That is what we are going to do. They are smart, but Chukwuka Biama gave us brain as well to outsmart them. This is the end game. This is a fight between light and darkness. This is a fight between colonialists and the free people in Africa. This is a fight between the worshippers of Satan, Lucifer, and the children of light. And there is no way that darkness can prevail. I can assure you of that. Thank you very, very much. Do you have anything else to say?
Thank you very much. No, I don't.
Thank you very much for your call. Thank you. From Warrington, which is in, I think it's around Yorkshire. It's Yorkshire itself. I do not know. The caller on the line, can you hear me? The caller on WhatsApp, your name and where you are, please. They are reconnecting. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Your name and where you are, please. No. This one is not agile. I love people who are agile. Once your call is speak to you, you speak like a man. Yes, good morning to you. Your name and where you are, please.
My name is Obunne Meze. I'm calling from Philippines.
From Philippines, please go ahead. We are listening.
Onyisi, thank you so much for your work. Please, I want to make something about this protest, because this protest has been a very great impact to our generation. Because 2018, when we would travel back home, we have a very terrible experience about SARS. They hold us around Lagos Expressway and they took 100,000 naira from us around that early morning, around 5:30 in the morning.
That's what they do.
So please, I want you to encourage this our young ones, because we are here to support them and assist them and to cheer them up. They should keep on doing their very best, because this is the time. This is the time. And if there's any way or anything that you know that we that is in abroad that can contribute in order to make things to be okay to them, we just let us know. Because I have been following all this your broadcast and everything I've been saying. I'm so amazed to be part of this family and everything. So you open our eyes to see what is going on that so-called country. So please, I want to thank you and also encourage these young people so that they will be doing their very best to make sure that everything is okay, because the time is now. Please, thank you so much and God bless you.
Thank you very much, my dear brother, and may Elohim bless you too. Let me go to WhatsApp. I have a caller on the line, please. Your name and where you are. This is where we Biafra.
Good morning, Omadike. This is Ogogo calling from London.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your job. Thank you very much for what you're doing. I find it difficult to enter this platform because the line is engaged. The bottom line I'm saying now is, we in the diaspora, nobody need your call today. Everybody should organize himself to support those people in the ground. If I am in London and I could not be able to get get you on phone, what about people calling from the ground in Biafra and in Lagos? So we want people who is in the ground doing the protest to take over the platform, and not we in the diaspora. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
A good idea. Thank you very much. We shall try and provide a line for them this very evening for those who are, once your number is +234, then we will be able to take your call. That is what we want. I know a lot of people are calling and they want to make their views heard. Please, the caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes. Good afternoon from Indonesia.
And good morning from here.
My name is Arenze Chukwu Ezema from Okija, Anambra State.
Thank you very much. Arenze, go ahead. We are listening.
Yes, I call you to commend you on your good work, and I also call you to thank you for what you have been doing in our life, because what we are facing is terrible. Our identity as a Nigeria is not regarded anywhere in the world. So, but what is going on right now in Nigeria is what you have to educate everybody to join and make sure that everybody come out in numbers to follow up, because this is every opportunity we have. And secondly, I want to know these people that they are using and who is using them to disrupt the protesters. What will be their consequences and what are they going to face as a consequence? Because what they are doing over there is for betterment of everybody, every good citizen. And also people are, I think people are just, I don't know how I will describe it, but I'm sure that they are using by fear and gender, because this is time for us to say no for Islamization of Biafra. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for your call. And I want to tell those thugs and those sending them that this is a revolution. We have now reached the stage of a revolution. It is no longer a protest. And in every revolution, the people always wins. In every revolution, the people always emerge triumphant. What is going to become your fate once the people win this very battle against the forces of darkness and forces of iniquity? Think of what is going to happen to you. That politician that is giving you money to go out and attack peaceful protesters will not be there to save you. He will start saying, oh, I'm for the protest, I was for the people. But you that they sent, you will go down. You must understand that. That time, that evil or blue you've been sniffing will clear from your eyes. That time you will become a born-again Christian. That time you'll be clapping hands and praising Jesus. Now is the time to do it, not when it is too late, because there will be no mercy for all these thugs disrupting the protests and those that sent them. There will be no mercy. Not that time you tell people to remember Jesus was forgiving and this. Now is your time to retrace your steps and join those who are protesting for a better life. Join those who are protesting for a better life. That's what you need to do. I have a caller on the line. Are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. And all of you, listen, wherever you are in the diaspora, organize yourselves. It doesn't have to go through IPOB. Organize yourselves and send relief materials to those who are on the ground protesting. Send relief materials to them. Do what you can. It is only $1 to feed one protester a day. Who cannot afford it? Of course, some of them can afford it. Some left what they are doing to come out to protest. Only $1 a day. $1 a day per protester is all it takes. Look at the amount of people in the diaspora. Oh, we are the ones that send money through MoneyGram, Western Union, World Remit, all the rest of it. Convert that money. just ask your people you're sending it to, use it to feed the protesters. Some of them may not do it, but a majority will listen to you and they will do it. Thank you very much for your call. And I want to hear from people who are on the ground. Chineke Malame, the calls are too much. People on the ground, please, we want to hear from you. The caller on the line, can you hear me? I had a caller on the line, they are no longer there. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Your name and where you are, please.
Good morning, NNAMDI KANU.
Good morning to you.
My name is Ekachi Haka. I'm calling from Denmark.
Thank you very much. Please go ahead, Ekachi, go ahead.
MAZI, I commend you for what you're doing. You're doing a great job for us. And I commend the people that are on the street protesting for the betterment of our lives. We've been waiting for this. I am an IPOB member in Denmark.
Very good.
MAZI, what I wanted to say is, please let us not lose sight of what Janjaweed is doing. They are foot soldiers because of this protest. You know, maybe now the protest is going on, and they may use this opportunity to still be bringing in their foot soldiers. I trust our intelligence, and I know they will still do their best to keep their eyes on those foot soldiers they are still bringing in our land. I also wanted to say that I think it would be good for you to still be talking to us, letting the people know about these saboteurs like Asare Dokubo and Oshomole of Imo State. You know how our people think. I think it would be better that you keep telling us and reminding us that those people, since they are not speaking and supporting the protesters, that we cannot see now that they are saboteurs. That's what I want to say, MAZI NNAMDI KANU.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for what you've been doing for us. We appreciate everything you're doing, and we all are together. We support you, and we will support you until the day Biafra will come. Thank you very much, sir.
You say, and well spoken. And we thank IPOB, Fachuko Kikabia, my first IPOB, second, and myself, third. If there is anything like that, I'm IPOB. I am an IPOB member, as a matter of fact. An IPOB family member, as a matter of fact. Now, our people must understand this. They said it's good for the wind to be blowing, so the backside of the hen or the chicken can be in full display. Oyedeko has come out to support what is going on. What are they? Ingila has come out to support. I believe that even Suleiman has come out to support. I don't know about Okonkwo, if Okonkwo has come out to support. I have not heard from Anglican Church. I have not heard from, I think, Catholic bishops. I don't know if they have spoken, or I think, yes, they have. The Catholic bishops have asked the Nigerian army not to mobilize against the people, so they are in support of it. But those who claim they are freedom fighters, also to go now, they cannot speak because they know their masters are watching. They cannot say anything. You use the name of Biafra, you use the name of Masop to be going about collecting money from politicians. You are compromised, you see. You can no longer speak. You cannot talk now. How can you talk? You are compromised. You are finished. People must understand why we speak the way we do, because we are unbuyable, uncompromisable. You tell us who that person is. Before, they used to say, oh, they took money from PDP, they took money from APC, they took money from governors. Which governor is safe in our hands? Which one is safe? Look at them. They are the ones going about scavenging, looking for money to build hostels, looking for money to build universities abroad. It has happened now, isn't it? You are a freedom fighter. Speak now, let us hear. There are freedom fighters now on the streets. And they are not just in their tens of thousands. They are in their tens of millions. And a freedom fighter can no longer speak. What does that tell you? Has Gani Adams not spoken? Has every freedom fighter not spoken? Has every freedom fighter not spoken? How come these very people who are in the pocket of the government deceiving you, they wanted to infiltrate IPOB? Let us have a central command. Let us have a central expand, include everybody, so they can destroy it from within. They can destroy it from within. The same thing Omahe tried to do to IPOB family in Ebonyi State. They want their people inside IPOB so they can destroy it. And we said no. I said no, they cannot come in. Have you seen it today? Do you see how Chukwukika Beama always vindicate the just? There is nothing that man can do to you. Have you seen how they've been exposed? Did we fight them? Did we say anything bad about them? No, that was nothing at all. Where is BBC? BBC, you claim you're for the people. People are protesting. How many times have you seen BBC stream live protest from Enugu? Young, brave people are coming out in Enugu. They are in Oka, they are in Aba, they are in Onisha. They even came out in Owerri yesterday. Where is BBC? But if it is to go and interview Sabon TK, BBC will go put microphone. What is it with IPOB? What is it with NNAMDI, KANU? BBC and the Sabo, where are you people? You cannot see them. Because OCT, the music is not playing. Ask them to come and dance. They cannot dance. Has Mbaka spoken? Ogechukwu, I'm reading Ogechukwu Ahmad. Has Mbaka spoken? They cannot speak. Once you compromise yourself, you are finished. Before you go into freedom fighting, I am sorry to say, you shouldn't come from a poor background. Poverty is the greatest antidote to freedom. Poverty. People are poor both physically and in the spirit. That is why you can open your mouth and claim, oh, I'm a freedom fighter, I fight for resource control and all this nonsense. Now that freedom is happening on the streets, now that freedom fighters, young agile men and women, now that heroes are everywhere. It's not just Biafra, not just Oduduwa, Middle Belt, they have heroes. Even in the core north they have heroes. There are people with conscience even in Fulani land, people with conscience in Kanem Brodo, people with conscience in Hausa land. Everywhere, everybody is rising up. The real heroes are now on the streets. Young women and men on the streets. And you are not giving them your support. What type of freedom fighter are you? What's it going on now? I told you people. When I said they are not, oh, please include them. Can you try and bring them in to destroy what we are doing? Because heaven gave us a revelation. These people are not for freedom. If they are for freedom, as I said yesterday, if Nigeria was good, there will be no agitation for Biafra. That is common sense. If Masop had done what they were supposed to do, had Wazirike done what he was supposed to do, there will be no IPOB. Simple and short is common sense. What's it going on now? They can no longer speak Ndiushi. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Can you hear me? You will live long, you will live long. Give us your name and where you're calling from, please. Your name and where you are.
The person on the line is Chikelo Nalo. I'm from Anamu. Anambra is local government.
Thank you.
I'm in India.
In India, thank you. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, the point you raise no trouble. The point I want to raise this morning is this leader of SARS in Okujo.
Yes, James Wafo.
James Wafo. I heard that he ran away. As long as he ran away, let's us we IPOP get his son, his family, and give it to the people, and give them to the people. Let us give him justice, because that man has committed a lot of atrocities.
He didn't. He committed impunity. Wafo is a direct descendant of Satan. This man, do you know the funniest thing? He was harvesting some of the organs when the people were alive and screaming. alive and screaming. He will be cutting open their stomach to take their liver and their kidney, and they are still alive because the hospitals in India said they need it fresh. They cut open somebody's son, a graduate, somebody who has graduated. The family, the mother was selling a vegetable and in the market every blessed day to put their child through school. The father was suffering to train the child after graduation. Oh my God in heaven, this is it.
And give his family to the people. That is my point, sir.
You know me, I am a believer in justice. Those that committed the crimes must bear the brunt of it. But as I'm the only exception we are going to make, that time CNN will come. Believe you me, they will come eventually. They will. People should learn to believe what we are saying. CNN will come. Any army commander, I have asked the M branch of IPOB, our intelligence division, all we need is just any division they send, take pictures of who is giving the command. Within 1 hour, we will know who that person is. And then we will set example with their families. I'm saying it live so that the world may hear. We will set example with their families so they will know how painful it is. Let them come out and shoot people now. We are waiting for them. October 20, let them come. October 20 is the D-Day. Once we cross October 20, believe you me, it is over. We are waiting for them. Bring your army on the road. One can run, he cannot hide. We are going to find him. All of them, we are going to find all of them. The only good thing I like, I can't even believe I'm saying this, but the only good thing I like what Obiano has done is to open the can of worms. And we want every governor to do the same. Every extrajudicial killing in Biafra land must be investigated. If they are dreaming of 2023, they are in cloud cuckoo land. It can never happen. If you don't do what the protesters are asking you to do, you will not see 2023. That is what we are telling them, and they must understand it very well. Thank you very much, my dear brother, for your call. Thank you. Amazing call this morning. We are providing every kind of support to those who are on the ground protesting. Everybody must do the same. You can do something individually. You can do something. And remember, freedom fighters, they collect money from people. During COVID-19 lockdown, ordinary 1 bag of rice they couldn't provide. Not 1 bag. You claim you love your people. Yet we used I don't understand how to explain it to our people for them to understand. Are you telling me with all your knowledge, with all your common sense, you cannot tell who a fake person is from a real person? Who is fighting for your freedom and who is feeding off your freedom? You cannot tell. You cannot tell. Our mothers in America, our women in America got together within in less than a week, raised $120,000. I can use it to go and build mansion. It's very easy now. I'm the leader of IPOB. I can use the money and go and build mansion if I want. I can build a hotel if I want. But I cannot be a rich man. It is not possible. Because you're a freedom fighter, you're a servant of the people, you cannot be rich. It is impossible. You cannot be rich because you did not make the money yourself. This money came from other people. It is not your own. Why can't we understand that? You take money from people, you go and build mansion in Owerri. You build Olympic-sized swimming pool. You claim it is yours. It is not yours. The money belongs to the people. You are a thief. You're not a freedom fighter. BBC, BBC. Look at what do you have to say? This is Biafra. Rubbish. Where are you people? OCT go. Where are you people? The real freedom fighters are out on the streets. Where are you? They are found wanting. Let me take this call. I have a caller on the line. Please, your name and where you're calling from, please.
Mazi, good morning.
Good morning to you.
You are speaking with John Solomon Chibike.
John Solomon Chibike, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from University of Biafra right now, but I'm from Ebonyi State, Ohozara local government.
Ohozara, where are you right now? Are you in Abakaliki or Ohozara? Where?
I'm in University of Biafra, the default University of Nigeria.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
MAZI, may your days be long.
You say and yours as well.
I've been hoping to speak with you. I just want to share with you the experience I had on 13th. While I was on my way to Enugu to join the protesters, I was attacked by the police. In front of prison in Enugu.
Yes.
There. This police brutality has not stopped. It's still going on. I saw a policeman beating up a tricycle driver. So I was approaching there because I was going to enter a bus going to where the protest is ongoing in Enugu. So I started making a video of that policeman with his colleagues beating up this keke driver, this tricycle driver. So all of a sudden one of the policemen saw me and started coming close to me. So when he got close to me, I knew he had all this thing. I was making a video of them. So I had to hide my phone.
Yes.
The policeman confronted me and started beating me. He used his gun. I still have injury on my face now. He used his gun on my head and he was demanding for my phone. I said, I can't give you my phone when you don't know how I got my phone. The second one of his colleagues came and joined the other guy, and there were two there.
Beating you.
That's were with the other tricycle driver. They were beating me, and people had already started gathering at the main road because this thing was happening in front of prison in Enugu at Oak Park.
I know the prison. So I know the place.
I told them I told them I will not release my phone to them. They beat me up till I was dragging my phone with them. They tore my clothes. They tore the gold I was wearing on my neck. And till now I can't find the gold. I know perhaps one of them have it with them. So they told me that if I don't give them my phone, they will take me to inside the prison and they will shoot me and they will burn my dead body into ashes and nobody will remember me again.
Very sad.
So I became afraid. I was buying time. That policeman was sure that I was videoing him. That's why he needed my phone. So when I got small opportunity, one of their boss came out from the prison and was addressing us. What was going on? He wanted to know what, because people had already gathered that time. So I hid the video inside my phone that if you open the phone, you cannot see any video like that. So when I was sure I had already hid the video, I now brought out my phone. I didn't give it to the policeman. I was showing it to their boss. I said, look at my phone. I have not made any video. Like I didn't make any video here. So the policeman was mad. He said, this guy have deleted this video that I should be arrested. I should be taken into the prison. I said, why will you do that?
Arrest you and take you. So he's a court of law. He's a policeman, checkpoint, court of law. He has convicted you and he wants you inside the prison. What type of animalistic place is that, for goodness sake? What to, oh my goodness. Please go ahead.
MAZI, this is what they are doing every day. They also took me when I was in school. Many times I was coming from church because I used to attend student fellowship that time. If we have all night program and we are coming back late in the night, they will take us. Definitely they will take us. Not once, not twice. And if they take us to the prison, they will be beating us. What did we do? They will say we look like Yahoo boys. So this thing needs to stop. We are here in Nsukka and we are also protesting. I have not been able to leave this morning. I will join them.
Yes, Nsukka did well yesterday. Even yesterday, Nsukka did very, very well. Oh, it was amazing. Nsukka did well, very, very well yesterday. That is the fact. And thank you very much for calling and narrating your harrowing experience at the hands of the murderers that should be protecting people. That is why people are out on the streets seeking to change what is going on. This very young student was beaten up because he refused to hand over his phone to the police. This did not happen in Lagos, not in Ogbomosho, not in Abuja, but in Enugu of all places. And people are asking us, why are you agitating for Biafra? Why Biafra? This Nigeria, you fought war. Rubbish. We have won the argument. That is why people are out on the streets. We have succeeded in changing the narrative. All the lies have now been swept away. All those hiding under falsehood can now see that in the end, the cream will always rise to the top. We always win. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Your name and where you are, please. Your name and where you are. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
My leader, I'm greeting you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, Mazi, first of all,
no, the world is listening, even if it's broken English. The whole world is listening, so it must be English. The world is listening. Go ahead.
First of all, I acknowledge your effort to make sure that our generation is set free from the from this country called zoo. I thank God for you. I thank God for your life. I thank God for your effort. Mazi, what I want to say is, firstly, I thank God that we have a very sincere and honest man like you in this our generation. God will bless you and God will bless your generation.
You said
one forcefully, I could remember 2007/2009. My name is Ebuka. I'm from Uli. I'm calling from Botswana. I could remember 2007 to 2009 when there was a Mazop, when there was a conflict between Mazop and Nigeria security. This man called Owazirike, regarding what you always say, was truly a criminal. I could remember so many souls was killed, so many people died because of this so-called Owazirike, who was nobody. We didn't know that this man came out to use people's life to enrich himself. Owazirike is building hotel, building whatever he's building this day. People are busy talking about money ritual, money ritual. Money ritual is not only when you go to native doctor to ask him to do.
Money ritual with freedom fighting. Money ritual.
Owazirike used the blood of innocent Biafrans to enrich himself from the Janjaweed Fulanis in Nigeria. Today, whatever money Owazirike is having today, you should know that he is the blood of innocent soul from Biafra land.
Of course. Of course.
Mazi, another thing I want to say regarding the protest that is going on. From the day the IGP, I was watching on Facebook, IGP was saying that he resolved SARS. People that was with me, even the people from the Oduduwa, who are with me here in Botswana, I told them, we was eating in a restaurant that day. I told them, my people, let me tell you people the truth. This Nigeria, this zoo which we are seeing today is the same zoo which was created in 1960. And it can never change from what it was created for.
That is true.
And
correct.
The SARS which this man is saying that he is resolving SARS, trying to change the name. He just changing a company can be, a name of a company can be changed, but the management will remain the same. Then I told them that this SARS, which these SARS that are saying they are resolving, they are planning to bring up another name again to change to baptize. Let me say they want to baptize, and I told them, and that was what happened. And Mazi, I want to bring a solution, like a solution or an idea to make sure that we have a successful protest and get what we are aiming for. And I believe that the youth of today, both from Biafra land, both from the Middle Belt, both from the Yoruba, I believe that the youth of this generation are not as the youth of the past years.
That is true.
And what I'm trying to say, Mazi, is if it will be possible, I think I sent you a voice note. I didn't want to say this here, but if you will permit me, I think I will also say it here.
Go ahead.
Mazi, what I'm saying is, we know the zoo very well, and we know that the sitting government, the Fulanis, the Janjaweed, they will try by all means to make sure that the revolution we are fighting for will not come to pass. So, Mazi, what I'm saying is, if it's possible, this protest which our youth are busy protesting, they left their luxury life, they left their expensive cars for those who are driving expensive cars, they left whatever they are doing to come in the street, to sleep in the street, to make sure that we have a better future, that our kids in future will not suffer like we are doing today. So I'm saying, if it will be possible, let the Oduduwas, the trustworthy people in Oduduwas who are fighting for the freedom of the Oduduwas, if they can make a union, a particular set of people who are trustworthy to make sure that they manage the protest in the whole Oduduwa land. Also with the Biafrans.
Well, no. Once you do that, my brother, listen very carefully. Because Britain, the people we are fighting, not fighting them with guns or anything, is Britain. The people we are locking horns with is Britain, not Fulani Janjaweed. Britain is waiting for you to make that mistake. They want you to ethnicize or sectionalize this very protest, and it's over. They will kill it. They will kill it overnight. How they will do it, you will not know. I know them very well. That's what they are going to do. They are waiting for people to make that mistake. There's somebody wrote on my Facebook page, his name is Jerry Wakama. He said, my leader, please, I want you to talk about Biafra agitation. It ties into what you're saying, my dear brother. He says, my leader, please, I want you to talk about Biafra agitation so we will not lose focus. We don't want better Nigeria, but Biafra restoration. Yes, I agree with you. We don't want a better Nigeria, but we want people that call themselves Nigeria to live better. It is also to the advantage of Biafra as well that all those places are stable and democratized. Very, very important. Once you sectionalize it, they will kill this very protest. They will kill this very revolution that we've entered into now. That is what they are waiting for people to do. To say, oh, this is Yoruba controlling here. Oh, is Biafra controlling here? Oh, is Middle Belt controlling here? And that will be the end of the game. What we are doing is a battle of wits, because the people in their war room, in their strategy room in Abuja right now are British people, not Fulani. You are now dealing with intelligent people waiting for you to make that silly mistake, and you're finished. That is why this revolution is not about Biafra, it's not about Oduduwa, it's not about anything else. It is about the grievances that have been pent up in people for very many years, spontaneously erupting to lead to something good. So we know what we are doing. It is called strategy. Just watch and see what is going to happen. Once you sectionalize or ethnicize this very protest, believe you me, it will be dead on arrival. Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you very much for that. And I believe, Jerry Wakama, I have answered your question. Our destination is freedom, as I've been saying before, not just for Biafrans, but for everybody. I want everybody to be free. I am a genuine freedom fighter. If I see people fighting for freedom in Ghana, I will support them. If people are fighting for freedom in Botswana, I will support them, because I believe that power belongs to the people and that people should be free. People are not animals. They should be free to decide their future and their destiny. That is why Biafra will be a model nation in Africa. Biafra is going to run a confederacy, which means Idoma will have their own national anthem and their own flag. Gala, the same. Igede, the same. Ezon, the same. Ishekiri, the same. Urobo, the same. Ibibio, the same. Efik, if you want to be on your own, you are free to be on your own. And once Biafra comes, let's say after even 2 weeks, Izon wants to be on their own. we will send a delegation to go and dance at the party and wish them well. Do you know we are the only people that have autonomous communities? Do you know the meaning of the word autonomous? Why do you have autonomous communities? Because we don't hold on, we don't forcibly hold on to people. Do you understand that? Afaruku, where I come from, used to be one. Now we have Enyuku. Now we have Okulaga as autonomous communities. Are we fighting? Is Isiama fighting with Okulaga? Is Okulaga fighting with Enyuku? We are all one. If you say Afaruku, we all come out. People want to be free, for goodness sake. That is who we are. And that is why we are freedom fighters. And that is why we will continue in every way we can to promote freedom all over the world. That is who we are. We gave the world freedom to start with anyway. We are Biafran people. We gave the world freedom. Freedom you're talking about today came from Biafra land. That is why every man is a king in his own castle. That is why you don't tell people what to do. You seek their consent. You don't tell them what to do. You seek their consent and you carry them along. That is how it is going to be. I have a caller on WhatsApp. This caller, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Yes, please. Your name and where you are.
Yeah, I'm in Thailand.
You are in Thailand. Please, your phone is muffled. What type of phone are you using? You're talking as if you are in a place you cannot speak properly. It is not clear. Can I have your name, please? Thank you very much. Please go ahead. It's better now. Go ahead.
My opinion about this police brutality and the research is not about listening. It's about participating. For we people in Thailand, anywhere we are, because it paid me so much. A lot of my brothers in Israel, we are suffering and smiling here. Suffering and smiling here in Thailand. And I want to let them know that this is the time to need to participate, not to listen. No matter how much you have, you contribute. No matter how much you have, because they know me, I'm here in Thailand, what they know me, but people don't.
My dear brother, your line is not clear. I am very sorry. I want to hear what you're saying. We all want, and I want the world to hear what you're saying, but unfortunately, your line is not very clear. And somebody asked the question, what is the difference between confederation and republic? And I said the two are not mutually exclusive. Number one is that republic is the bedrock, is the foundation of the society. Some are monarchical, some are feudal. That is the culture of the people. Your cultural mindset when it comes to governance. You can decide to be a republic, you can decide to be a monarchy, you can decide to be a feudal system, you can decide that you have priests like you have in Iran, a theocracy. That is entirely up to you. But having laid the foundation, which is republic, you can now begin to construct whatever you like on top of it. You can have a parliamentary system of government, you can have a presidential system of government. Like in America, they have a president, and the system of government they have is states. They have governors and they have states and all the rest of it. Do you understand? Switzerland is a republic, but in Switzerland they have confederation, they have cantons, so it is different. The thing black Africans don't understand is this: all these systems of government you're seeing did not fall from heaven. People over time, they perfected it. So you can have your own unique system that is unique to you, that addresses all your needs and your concerns. And we know that in Biafra land, ours is a confederation. That is who we are. I am from Ibeku. Ibeku is close to our brethren is Ohum. Ibeku is close to Olokorom. Ibeku is close to Obakala. You cannot go from Ibeku to Obakala to go and tell them what to do. You cannot do it. Unless you have the consent of the people to speak. Because once you rise up to speak, they will say, please, who is your father? What is your name? And where do you come from? If you say you're not from Obakala, you cannot contribute an Obakala debate. That is how it is. And before people say, what is your father's name? I was going through this yesterday. I think it's a topic for another day, not for this time around. Do you know that if you go through the Bible, you will see this is the son of this person. James, the son of Zebedee. This one, the son of that. This one, the son of that. The same thing we have in our land. When you come out, nobody in a proper village, not these days that everything has turned upside down. In a village, when you go to a village in Biafra land, do you know that the elders don't ask you your name? They will say, my son or my daughter, come. Who is your father? Do you know that? They will ask you, who is your father? They never ask you, what is your name? It's only now that our culture and way of life has been so bastardized by our existence in the zoo that things have turned upside down. They ask you, please, my son, what is your father's name? Not what is your name. There's something you have in the Bible. This is the son of this person, the son of that person, the son of that person. They know you by your father, not you. That is the meaning of Ahamefule. That is why everybody struggles to have a child to continue their lineage, for their name to continue. That is the meaning of it. The caller on the line, can you hear me? No, I believe you have spoken before. If you have called before, don't call again. In fact, I will even take it upon myself to call some people. I will do that myself. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Hello, good morning, sir. I'm not MAZI NNAMDI KANU.
Good morning to you, your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Jigojo Kezo. I'm from Isoch, local government area. I'm calling from Spain.
From Spain. Isoch is a very beautiful name. I love it. Umunochi, very beautiful. Please go ahead.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not now. The world is listening. Speak English, please, if you may. Or broken English, anyone.
Okay, right. Okay, right. Please, I appreciate for what you are doing. I appreciate too much, especially in this protest. You are doing well. And also, let me remind you one thing, please. I don't know whether our people in Aba, especially these SARS matters and police brutality, is very, very, very serious in Aba or in Abia State. I don't know if they can commence the Aba people to start protesting as other people are doing, because it will be very good. And this was Rike matter, and also that was Rike matter cannot be a sleepless issue for us, because was Rike is I don't know whether I can call him a pop man, because he see money. That money makes him.
And his head turned. He saw money, we have lost him. And his head turned. He didn't know that the money was meant to serve the people, to use to pay consultants, use that money to fund your volunteer, use that money to support those who have lost their lives or injured, support their families. He didn't do any of that. He's to be building hotel with BBC, talking nonsense. I want to take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Please, your name and where you're calling from, if you may.
May the God of heaven bless you. This is Maz Austin Okonkwo. I'm calling from the Netherlands, sir.
Netherlands, please go ahead. The world is listening.
Thank you, Ahmadike. I just want to put a little bit suggestion based on the people that are protesting. You see, some of our youths, it's like they have forgotten the reason why they are there. The reason why they are there, I want you to call them to order. It's not about smoking ganja and the dancing. This is not about the masquerade on the street.
it is for them to understand that what they are doing right now is either they take it now or never. So I want them to be resolute and also to fulfill this opportunity, because it's going to take them 1 million years again before they achieve this opportunity, and they will get all support from us. Ahmadika, I want to thank you, and also thanking your wife, because sometimes in the Bible they said Abraham do this and Abraham the other one. If Sarah is not behind, it won't have worked. So I greet your family and especially your wife. May God to them a blessing, Ahmadika.
You see, thank you. And we praise Elohim and IPOB, very, very determined and resolute. We must not forget that we have lost a lot of people in this very battle, and we remember them and their families. They are the true heroes of our time. Very, very important. And this music thing, please, I'm begging all the artists and the musicians, we are not in a, well, our brother is right, this is not about a jamboree. We are not in one jamboree somewhere. This is about the livelihood. This is about our future. It is not for dancing. Anywhere there is a protest, get people, if it is in a place like Abuja, get people to address the crowd in local dialect or local languages that you have. Very important. Get speaker after speaker, boy, girl, man, woman, get them to be talking about SARS experience. Not playing music and rapping. We have not come here for that. So he's right. I respect and I love the impetus that the big stars have brought to bear on this very effort. But it is a very sober time. People have died. We are talking about police brutality, army brutality, Nigeria brutality on its citizens. It is not time for jamboree and to party, please. Please, 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 please. Speeches can be made. Speeches can be played. It is not time for music. Once we succeed, then we call Fino, we call all of them. We can stay and party and dance for a whole week. Because that time we have succeeded. This is not the time for partying, please. It is not time for it. It is time for people to get together to speak. But we need the big stars anyway, because their presence will give it an international dimension, so to speak, because their fans are all over the world. Because most of our musicians, let's say Flavor or Fino or Burna Boy or all the rest of them, or Davido or whoever, they have fans all over the world. So if they hear that any of them is in a rally campaigning for something, it will get the interest of those people as well, given the fact that none of the heavyweight media houses will carry it. That is how it is done. So we need their presence, but please, no music and no dancing, please. We don't need that. Not now. Once we succeed, we can party for a whole month. Nobody will begrudge us then. Thank you very much. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yeah. Mazi, this is Solomon Wachuku calling from Germany.
Wachuku, what is the meaning of your surname in English? What is the meaning in English? Tell us what it means.
Solomon Wachuku.
What does Wachuku mean in English language?
The Son of God.
Thank you very much.
Of God.
That is I want the world to know our name. His name is Wachuku. Wachuku means the Son of God. The Son of God, not the Son of man. The Son of God. Do you see who we are? Then tell me why God will not come out on the 20th of October to defend those that bear his name. Not even in Israel. Not even in Israel do they worship God with their name the way we do. I said not even in Israel. The Son of God. I am talking to the Son of God. Wachineke. Wachuku. Please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. I'm very happy you are from Germany, observing all what is happening. That country called Nigeria is a hair in comparison to other countries. And the youths that are now active to demand changes in what is happening is a very good move. And I would wish this young youth to be persistent, to continue and list their demand, concrete demands of what they want, the changes they want. Also, to make mention, Britain, I always criticize Britain till tomorrow for interfering with African affairs, even though that we had an independent, so-called independence. So I don't know why the Britain is always interfering in African affairs. One. Second problem is the Fulanis. What will you people feel, the indigenous people, feel and live in your country, your nation that God gave you, to be ruled by a foreigner? I always continue. These two things is one of the problems in the nation. Therefore, youth should be persistent, criticize spiritually, basing from the structure, from the judicial structure, basing from the government structure, all structures, criticize it. And think about, make the world understand and know that in your villages, there's no roads. In your villages, there's no electricity. In your full and in your hammer, see how it looks like. In the household, see how the parents are suffering without any government protection. And think about the tax system that you people are paying, but the Northerners are not paying taxes. And they are in Sharia, or you people are different things. What is going on here on this earth? Let us go to war, Asimba. What can we do? So we are very, very angry, that even though if we want to go underground, we go underground. A war that can't finish 200 years. That's what I want to put up.
And you are correct, my dear brother. If we have to go underground, so be it. But in the end, our freedom is going to come. And I want to let Britain understand that the more you meddle with the children of the Most High, the more God will meddle with Britain. Write it down on a piece of paper. The more you tamper, because Britain can no longer compete in Europe because Germany is there. Germany is the war horse of Europe economically. The world has moved away from stealing, colonization, stealing, and racism into what you can do. But Britain feels that they still need to control somebody. It is in their, I don't know, in their DNA. They must control. Somebody must be in control. They must bring something to the queen to control. And the Fulani allow themselves to be a willing tool, a willing vehicle, because of their Janjaweed nature. Very, very sad indeed. Extremely sad. Somebody saying, please leave us to play music. Can you believe such nonsense? You're dancing, my God, this Yuchi black. He wants to go and dance at the protest. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, my goodness me. The time now is 18 minutes to 9 a.m. in Biafra land. We are live and we are direct, and Chukwuki Kabiam is bearing us witness. He's bearing because, of course, he sent us. So he's bearing us witness. Let us take this call. The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Good morning, your name and where you are.
Sir? Yeah, my name is Ike Chukwunjoko. I'm from a human Bano, Imo State. I call it from Italy.
From Italy, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Sir, I want to thank you for your work, and this is my first time to get you online. I have been trying for many years. So I'm a member of IPOB here in Italy, Bologna.
Wonderful. In Bologna. Go ahead.
Yeah, Bologna. So, sir, I want to lend my direction. I don't have more to say because this protest, I've been planning for it for many years, and God has bring it, and it have come to stay. Sir, please, I want you to put this thing in your mind, and they call this man now, and they put him calling attention back. Fulani will borrow money. They will share it among themselves, sideline the Easterners, and they don't recognize the Easterners when they want to share money. They will share the money among themselves. In terms of problem, Lawan will hide. All the in the Senate, the majority of people there is Hausa Fulanis. There are few of Southerners there, but if problem comes, you will not see them. They will find somebody to bring up to come and speak to the people. And they have known that NNAMDI is our hero, is our senator, and not only Biafra, the whole Nigerians like NNAMDI. They want to use him, they want to come and stay in his face for this protest, bringing him to come and speak to the people, and they give him promises which they cannot make. So my leader, if you have any NNAMDI number, let him go away from this protest. Let people speak their minds, and the people have come to stay and to speak their mind. Let him go away from this. We still love him. He is the best senator we know in this regime, as this regime concerned. The NNAMDI is number one. So please, sir, if you know him, call him. Let him go away. If they push him again to come and speak to the people, let Lawan, Tanko Mohammed, and Lamin, and the Femi Bajabe Amila, let them come and speak to the people. We don't want NNAMDI for this protest again to come and speak to the people. So, sir, please let it be.
No, but let me ask you. Did he say that the protesters should stop protesting?
No, he said that he will present their request, their mind in the Senate, which is lie. No,
but that he is a representative of the people. That is what he's supposed to say. He's a politician. That is what he's supposed to say.
Okay.
You understand? Because you are a representative of the people. But I take on board what you're saying. And I have also communicated my feelings as well. If you are not going to support the protesters, if you are not going to help them to get to the bottom of the problem, then do not speak. Do not speak.
Yes.
Do you understand? If your understanding is that the distinguished, I won't use the word distinguished in the zoo, that the very able senator NNAMDI is saying that give me your demands and then go home, that is a different thing. He never said that. He never asked the people to stop protesting, but he recognized that their grievances needs to be articulated and presented. And I'm sure once they open the floor of the Senate, he will say something about it. That is how consistent he is. And going forward, he will remain consistent. Go ahead.
Sir, why I'm saying this is because the Fulanis who are eating the money, the type of eating money, they cannot bring NNAMDI. They cannot remember him.
I understand what you're saying. What you're saying is that they shouldn't try to use him to dampen the spirit of the protesters. I recognize that very well. And isn't it very funny? They are borrowing money based on the oil and gas coming from Biafra land, but we get nothing out of it. I have never seen a worse injustice. They have built their railways all over the place. There is none in Biafra land. But the money, that will go to pay for that railway is coming from our land. Sometimes I wonder the type of planet some of these people inhabit. Thank you very much, my dear brother. Thank you very, very much. I am going over now to somebody I presume is in Nigeria somewhere. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Hey, my good. Are you sure that the network is not being tampered with? Because anytime I pick the call, it goes over. But of course, they have this perennial problem. And that is why people are protesting also, to make sure there is better communications. Better communications. The caller on the line, can you hear me, please? The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Move away from your system. I can hear myself on the background. Move away from your system, please. Give us your name and where you are, if you may.
Thank you. My name is Chilaka Wachuku. I'm coming from Angola.
Yes, please go ahead. We are listening.
Thank you, sir. May your days be long. I call you the oracle of God.
You're kind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Excuse me, sir. I want to use this platform to give more courage to our protesters outside there. Please, the youth of Nigerians, please don't let anything to discourage you. This is your time. It is not all up to God. Certainly, it is not all up to you. God has chosen you to come out to protest. It is your duty to remain firm. It is your duty to remain and to accomplish what you want. The militaries cannot to intimidate you. Never allow a military to intimidate you. Never allow bullet and the gun to intimidate you. Never and never. Please and please be courageous. Be courageous.
This is what I want to tell the protesters outside there. It is your future that you are fighting for. It is your future that you are fighting for. America fought for it. Other nation, other developed nation fought for this. Please and please, remain firm. Remain firm. Don't slack in this movement. This is the opportunity. God will not come down from heaven to do it. God will use his own choosing people. Not that you're a choosing person. Everybody will die. Don't be afraid of death or they will shoot me or do that. No. Everybody, each and everyone or anybody in this life will have his or her own day to die. So defend their life, defend their generation, defend everything that God has designed for you all. This is my courage. This is my word to you all. In Jesus' name.
He said, thank you very much for that. Thank you very, very much, my dear brother. Thank you very, very much. I have another caller on the line. This caller, can you hear me? The caller on the line, can you hear me? Your name and where you are, please. Your name and where you are.
Good morning. Good morning, MAZI NNAMDI KANU.
Good morning to you.
My name is Reverend Sister Obioma Chukwumerem. I'm calling you from Brazil, sir.
From Brazil?
I just want to use this opportunity. Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I want to use this opportunity to thank you for the good work you have been doing for us. It's been very difficult to get you online, but thank God that I'm here speaking with my Lord. Okay, MAZI, you know, there was a video yesterday that we saw one Reverend Father got drowned in Biafra state, you know, because of flood. So why we are doing this protest is because of all these things. I remember when I was in Nigeria, before we travel, you know, from Lagos to Biafra land, pastors, they will come and be praying in the bus for us to have a safe journey because the roads are bad.
Sister, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
MAZI, you cannot see pastors or anybody coming to pray for you on the bus to have a safe journey because the roads are smooth, the buses are okay, we are enjoying it. So that is the reason why I want to encourage my brothers and sisters over there to be strong. And I even want to say, the Catholic Church, this is where I belong. My brother is a priest, I'm a reverend sister, so we're in the church. So I'm even also saying that the church can join. Let us celebrate masses on the street for these people. Let us show the world, let us show Pope that this thing that is happening in Nigeria is not, we are not going anywhere. So, and Britain that is saying that we are not going to free ourselves. Don't we have brains? Don't we have intelligent people? So we are asking that the church, they should come out and let us all be on the street, say masses on the street. Let the world hear us. Let the Pope hear us as well. Because if the Reverend Fathers, the Reverend Sisters, everybody will wear our uniform and be on the street, things are going to, we are going to draw more attention to this. MAZI. So this is what I want to contribute this morning, that we the church, we need to be involved in this thing. We need to be on the street. Thank you very much for everything you have done for us, MAZI. May God bless you and may your days be long.
You say, my dear sister, a reverend sister for that matter. You know, here we learn every blessed day. We are going to make sure that churches will be conducted outside next week Sunday as a sign of solidarity. Churches should be conducted outside, of course, rain permitting. Rain in the olden days when we were young, by now it will be dry season. I don't know why it's still raining. I don't know. So rain permitting, churches should be conducted outside on the streets as a mark of solidarity. The church will need to come out. You're traveling from Lagos down to Biafra land, maybe to Anisha. And instead of fixing the road, somebody will be praying that God should make this journey very smooth. But the road is bad. So how can the journey be smooth? But that is what people are witnessing. I have a caller on the line. Please give us your name and where you are.
Hello, my leader. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, it's been a while. I'm very happy to hear from you again. My name is Ogonia Obasechukwu. I'm from Akenze. a place called Akeza in Ebonyi State.
I know Akeza very well. Please go ahead. The world is listening. It's a very beautiful place.
God.
Very beautiful place. Go ahead.
Yeah. In 2017, I came to you while you were at Afaroko with my zone coordinator. I sponsored them to come and see you.
Wonderful. You did very well.
Yeah. My little bit advice, suggestions, or I should say proposal is, now this struggle has come to a stage. Over these years, we've been hearing you. We have been hearing you talking about the British, talking about the Fulanis, and all what we have researched about these people for very many years, since Nigeria said they had independence, is the truth. The British government are the people propping up Fulanis as their proxies in Nigeria to defend their own interest and defend whatever interest they have against black people, and predominantly the Biafrans and the Oduduwa Republic. So now, you know where we came from. But Nchuamu means in the past, our ancestors in Nigeria are Chuamu. So every day we if you bring the news and put it on the fire around the compound, the mosquito will not come there.
So, in Water, they have destroyed everything. When I was growing up, there was no mosquito. There was no mosquito in my village when I was growing up. But now there are mosquitoes everywhere. Because there used to be in Chang, not all of oh my goodness. They said they're bringing development, but what they brought was backwardness. Very sad. Please go ahead.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
Exactly. So my suggestion is, I don't know, although there are a lot of movements your leadership is doing with IPOB around the world. I suggest that we have to bring people that can some sort of put fear or put restraint on British government in the affairs of Biafrans, which is the indigenous people of Biafra that is led by you, has to consult the Soviet Russian government in any way we can. I know, I see, but a lot of things we are hearing or we are seeing show that you have said a little bit link with the state of Israel, and I know that a lot of people, even in Kremlin, are linking with the Jewish people and all that. I am proposing or suggesting that you can still look into this angle, because without any other rival power against the British government, they will not relent in doing what they are doing in Nigeria and against Biafrans. I propose that there has to be a movement towards that side in order to tilt the power a little bit. For example, what's happening in Syria. If Russia doesn't enter Syria in 2011 September, the Assad would have collapsed by now. You and I know that. So anywhere Russia goes, Russia is like antidote to the Western power. So no matter whatever we are seeing on media, we know that Russia is one of their biggest rival in military. I can say military, China now in economy. But I propose that IPOB has to do something in that side in order to use Russia as a sort of pressure to Britain, in order to find a way where they can actually say, okay, let us discuss something that will be meaningful to us. That's number one. Yes, it's a very good idea. And round up your points, please. Round up for us. It's a very valid point you've made. Then another one is this Fulani. We know now that Fulani is just a proxy. Population-wise, they are nowhere to be matched us. We know that they are working for people in Europe, which is Britain, and they are working for them with our resources. Now, is there any other way that we can now talk to other people with the resources belongs to us? The resources belong to us. We have the resources to tell them, this is what we can offer you. This is what we can offer, because every movement in this world from very long time hinges on interest. Like the Spanish people say that interest has fruit. So, it's only when you have interest in something, you look for it. And these Western powers, they cannot do anything without their interest being covered. Russia is there, they will rebuild Syria. It's them that will rebuild Syria. They gave them that contract 3 years ago by the Syrian government. After the whole conflict, they will rebuild the country. So these things are what we can tell to other people that we know can put some sort of influence and pressure on the British government. You will rebuild Biafra. You will rebuild also all sectors in Biafra. Most of the sectors in Biafra need to be rebuilt. Because
now, but if they are going to rebuild it, how about our graduates? How about our engineering graduates? How about our?
I know. They can follow them for the rebuilding. Is the major company can come from their place.
No, we are going to have. Listen. We are going to have our own companies going to rebuild our land. How many heads do they have? How many heads do they have in Julius Berger? How many heads do they have in Germany? Why can't you rebuild your place yourself? Is anybody in China rebuilding China? China is being built by the Chinese people. Where there is need for inward investment, we would have it. I am an economist, so I believe in inward investment. They will come to invest in our land, but we are also going to have the bedrock of our economy based on the ingenuity and industry of our people. As simple as that. But I do recognize what you're saying. A very huge game is being played out in the zoo as we speak. Our main concern should be, why would a black person allow him or herself to be used to destroy their people? That is what we are saying. The same way that they tried and failed, they created the reason why BBC was created was to counter Radio Biafra, if you don't know. That was why they were created. They were created to give voice to the Efunefus amongst us. They were created to make the voices of the saboteurs to be heard. That was why they created them. Have they succeeded? The answer is no. Because over the years, our people are now sufficiently educated to understand their games. I remember a while ago that my wife told me that that the education, when I was arrested in 2015, or even before, my wife said that the education hasn't sunk in enough. You need to do it for 4 more years. I said, well, she said you need to do it for 4 more years before it will sink in, for people to understand there is need for them to fight for their freedom. And true to form, today people all over the place have risen up, thanks to Chukwukika Biama and to IPOB for what they have been doing through Radio Biafra over the years. So that is the way it is. Our people are learned. We are going to build our cities. We are going to build our sewage systems. We are going to build our skyscrapers, because we have natural born engineers. If we can manufacture our armaments ourselves, there is nothing we cannot do ourselves. But we are going to be friendly with Russia. We are going to partner with Israel. There are good British companies that will come back. America will invest in Biafra land. Germany will also be there. All major countries of the world will be there. But we are no longer going to be a colony. That is not going to happen. The British, some people, not all British people, because the British are very good, some people in Foreign and Commonwealth Office are basically using the Fulani people to continue the colonization of Nigeria as a geopolitical space. It is as simple as that. So what the Fulanis are doing is presenting themselves as agents of backwardness, and that must come to an end. Let me see if I can take this very call. I want to take this call. I want to take it. The caller on the line, can you hear me? Please give us your name and where you're calling us from, if you may.
Hello?
Yes, your name and where you are. Please, go ahead.
Yes, I'm Don Darlington, calling from Mongolia.
From Mongolia?
So, sir.
From where?
Yes, I'm calling from Mongolia. Mongolia.
From where?
I'm calling from Mongolia. We are a lot of people like.
No. Please slow down. Listen, slow down. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Mongolia.
Mongolia. What are you doing? What are you doing in Mongolia? Is it the hardship in Nigeria or what? What is so?
Sir, it's too much hardship. It's too much hardship. Your people is everywhere here.
In Mongolia.
People is everywhere. We are dying because of Nigeria problem. So we need to go back to our mainland, doing Biafra.
My
I
goodness.
appreciate you so much. I'm from Ubuka local government, Agua.
In Mongolia. What are you milking goat or what? What do you do to survive? Are you milking goat? Well, what are you doing? Or you're cutting what do you do there?
So it's a very bad, sir, it's a very bad history to me to even to say in phone. We are suffering here. Like I got a very big problem here, but God of Biafra released me out. I spent more than two years inside, so but I'm out.
That's terrible.
I'm still living in the country because of the things that we are seeing in our country, in Nigeria soon. I don't know how to say it, but I appreciate you so much to open our eyes. We are so much appreciated. I say, let God satisfy you more and give you more wisdom and more experience to carry up this project. Because I believe that this project we are going to carry it to the last. Thank you. So that is only a contribution. I don't care about anything that will happen to this war. If it's war, let's fight it. I'm coming back this December.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your call this morning. Thank you. In Mongolia, do you see what they have done to us? And somebody is in the Senate or House of Reps talking nonsense every blessed day. Your children are fleeing from your country. He is in Mongolia. In Mongolia. He prefers to be in Mongolia than to be in Nigeria. That is why people are out on the streets. To make life better for everybody. Now prepare for this evening. There is going to be a landmark broadcast 7 p.m. this evening. Biafra land time 7 p.m. GMT, normal broadcast. And this evening we shall reveal to you what the Fulanis have in store for you from their own mouth. Then you know you are in a mess. Then you will understand the need to support those who are out on the streets. Very, very important. God Almighty himself created IPOB, established Radio Biafra, not man. Only God can take the glory for it. And it seems to me that our job is now nearing completion. Our job is about to finish, because Elohim will have to do the rest. This evening we are going to reveal to you what the whole plan is. The plan between the Fulani and Britain to destroy us as a people. Not just us, including Oduduwa. Everybody, to destroy everybody. This evening we shall reveal it. And trust me, the revolution has truly begun. Thank you very much for listening this very morning. Remember to come back this evening, 7 p.m. Biafra land time, on all our platforms. With all the love in my heart, from me, from here, good morning.